Good evening. I'm your local weather authority, Chief Meteorologist Chris Yates. 56 here in Peoria. We've got overcast skies, still keeping an eye on a few rain showers, most of which have moved out of the area, but still a small batch of rain now beginning to cross the Mississippi. That could impact a few locations west of the Illinois River before the night is done. Tomorrow looking pretty decent. Few afternoon clouds, skies otherwise mostly clear. But we will be looking at even better conditions for Mother's Day weekend. I'll let that full forecast coming up. WMBD News at 10 starts now.
If you see something, say something.
Coming up, a string of recent gun violence in Peoria. The organization looking to help reduce crime.
Also fighting for better pay. Why those who care for people with disabilities are taking to the Capitol today.
Then Mother's Day is around the corner, where you can get her a gift and support a good cause.
First tonight, helping local businesses. Peoria County Board unanimously approving a $3 million loan for natural fiber welding.
Yes, this will help the company purchase manufacturing equipment as the business continues to grow. WMBD's Ben Freeze attended the county board meeting and joins us now.
So Ben, what more can you tell us about this loan?
Well, Thomas, Rebecca, the overall cost is going to be $6.5 million, with the company of natural fiber welding providing $3.5 million to cover the rest. Now it's going to be over 10 years with an interest rate the company president Steve Zika found to be quite reasonable. Now, Natural Fiber Welding is a Peoria-based company looking to eliminate plastics in the textile industry. They make products like shoes and handbags with natural fibers and other molds instead of plastics. The loan comes from Keystone funds, which are used to help Keystone Steel and Wire in Bartonville stay afloat. The funds will be used to purchase manufacturing equipment as the company continues to scale up. County Administrator Scott Sorrell says it will also mean more jobs in the city.
Over the next 48 months, we'll generate 40 jobs, and half of those will come from low, moderate income households, primarily in our heritage neighborhoods here in the city.
Now, in other news, the board deferred discussion of issues regarding the city and county landfill and a possible lawsuit that might arise out of that. Rebecca?
Ben, thank you. Well, we're following up on the pro-Palestine encampment at the University of Illinois. The university's commencements are just days away. Universities across the country, including Columbia and USC, have already canceled ceremonies. This was the scene this afternoon as tents and students remain on the main quad. Protesters have demanded the university cut financial ties to the Israeli government. When asked about any concerns of disruptions at this weekend's commencements, a U of I Associate Chancellor replied, saying, quote, "We have been preparing for commencement for quite some time. We take measures to prevent disruptions, like not allowing banners or posters into venues. And we have response teams on site at each ceremony who coordinate with university police to quickly address any attempted disruptions," end quote. Turning now to a crime alert, gunfire ringing out in the Peoria area last night and then early into this morning.
Yes, a man and infant are now in the hospital. First around 8:30 Wednesday night, 26 rounds fired on South Ligonier Street. Later, a mother arrived at the hospital because her 9-month-old was cut by glass after their car was struck by gunfire. The infant is expected to be okay.
Then less than 3 hours later, 38 rounds fired on West Thrush near Sheridan. Peoria police say an adult man was shot. He went to the hospital with serious injuries. And
then over in West Peoria, around 2 a.m. this morning, officers found more than 40 shell casings at the intersection of Laura and Cortland Avenues. That's about a block from the Franciscan Recreation Complex on North Sterling Avenue. 2 homes and a car were struck by gunfire.
Terry Burnside with House of Hope says everyone has a role to play combating violence. His organization was recently selected for $500,000 grant from Cure Violence, an anti-gun violence group. He says he's focused on hiring the right candidates to establish a presence in the city.
This work is a tedious work, it's a strenuous work, and it's serious work. So to be able to identify some individuals who are not just compassionate about the work that they do, but you definitely have to have a footprint or a rapport with the demographics that we're trying to target. Our plans is just being able to get out into the community. The focus is the south side of Peoria, but my interest is the city of Peoria.
He says they are hiring individuals right now. The initiative kicks off June 1st.
And if your child has been affected by gun violence, the Illinois chapter of the American Academy of Pediatrics has resources. The Academy's website has information on how to talk to children about gun violence, as well as research. They also have educational tools on how to store guns in a home and other general gun safety tips. Deanna Behrens is part of the firearm safety group at the chapter and says Peoria is a targeted city for the group.
Looking at the particular needs of Peoria is something that we'll be doing to talk to gun owners and parents in the Peoria area about how to keep kids safe.
Barron says that the emotional toll of shootings can affect children greatly. She added that pediatricians are able to connect children to resources.
From our Capitol newsroom now, workers who care for people with developmental disabilities took their fight for better pay to the Capitol this week.
Yes, it comes as lawmakers have a few weeks left before they leave for Springfield. State Capitol reporter Theodora Coulivaris shows us how much of a raise they are asking for.
Direct support professionals say they're not making enough money.
A lot of us are living paycheck to paycheck. We even have workers working 2-3 jobs just to make it through.
DSPs provide care to people with developmental disabilities, and they say the low pay is causing people to leave the profession altogether.
If we're losing people and can't help provide for them and struggling, they're going to suffer, and that's not fair to them.
It's why they're asking lawmakers for a $3 an hour increase. It would bring their pay to 150% of the state's minimum wage.
When we come to work every day, we know we're doing something important for somebody who really needs our help. We know we're making a difference in someone's life. But unfortunately, the low pay makes the job unsustainable for many DSPs.
Advocates say the state hasn't been complying with a federal legal agreement requiring increased investments when it comes to services for those with intellectual and developmental disabilities. To address the issue, the state hired a firm called Guidehouse. Their study found that agencies would have to pay 150% of the state's minimum wage for agencies to have adequate staffing.
A meaningful across-the-board wage increase with strong pass-through provisions is key to allowing providers to not only recruit but also retain qualified staff and stabilize these critical services.
For the current fiscal year, workers got a $2.50 an hour increase, but the governor's proposed budget for the upcoming fiscal year doesn't include any raise for these workers.
I think they're being, reasonable in coming to us and saying, look, we understand there's a number of different priorities in terms of the budget making process, but this is what we believe this should get done this year, and this is what we want to fight for.
Reporting in Springfield, I'm Theodora Coulivaris.
And around Illinois, one of the state's congressional leaders is pushing to improve flight services at small airports across the country. Senator Dick Durbin filed an amendment this week to a bill reauthorizing the Federal Aviation Administration. He wants the government to conduct a review aimed at improving current federal programs and looking at new ones. It's meant to make sure those airports have sufficient flight services while offering flights that reflect what people want.
When they end up cutting off services, United did in Springfield, or changing it to unrealistic times as American has done, you have to say to yourself, what good does it do me to help you? You aren't helping our communities. Our people need options that can grow the economy and serve the needs of families.
And in February, Senator Durbin, along with Senator Duckworth and Congresswoman Budzinski, sent a letter to American Airlines calling for the airline to offer travelers convenient and efficient routes through the Abraham Lincoln Capitol Airport in Springfield.
And here's something making us Central Illinois proud. Riverside Community Church hosted the graduation ceremony for elite community outreach students earlier today. The event marks the culmination of a 12-week program that helps young people in Peoria. Speakers included Peoria Mayor Reed Ali and Peoria Police Chief Eric Echeverria. The program aims to give students a nurturing environment to reach their full potential. Students from 7 different schools participated in the program.
We'll take a look at this. Special flower baskets are being sold by the Children's Home for Mother's Day. The flowers were planted and assembled by kids in our area at Scotts Prairie and Hannah City. Scotts Prairie is a 76-acre therapeutic farmland which is used to help the youth. The money raised from selling these baskets will go directly back to Scotts Prairie and also the Children's Home. The site manager says the kids that help plant these flower baskets really enjoy it.
It's really fun to see kids get into an environment like a greenhouse that maybe they've never been in before. The fresh air, the sunlight relaxes everybody, puts everybody in a good mood.
Although the flower baskets may go quickly, some will be sold tomorrow from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. at the Children's Home location, which is on Knoxville in Peoria.
Coming up, the cicadas are coming, why you may have to protect your trees.
And we've had plenty of showers, thunderstorms, a lot of wet weather in general over the last few weeks. These might finally be changing. Here's a look at our almanac. High was officially 68, but we've got more pleasant weather on the horizon. Your full forecast is there.
You're watching WMBD News, Central Illinois Proud, with Rebecca Brumfield, Thomas Garverick, Chief Meteorologist Chris Yates with your local weather authority forecast, and Kurt Pegler with sports. This is WMBD News at 10. The Storm Tracker Camera Network is sponsored by the Uftring Auto Group. If we wouldn't sell it to our family, we wouldn't sell it to you. Now, your local weather authority forecast from Chief Meteorologist Chris Yates.
Welcome back. Rain showers gradually pushing out. Still a few we need to keep an eye on, but for the most part, things will start to dry out here as we head through late tonight, early tomorrow. Temperatures are in the 50s, 56 in Peoria, around 53 in Bloomington, so some cooler weather starting to settle in. And while most of the rain is pushed out, there's one little batch of showers in eastern Iowa. That's going to continue to drift its way southeast and could impact a few communities west of the Illinois River. This is all part of the same system that has been spawning severe weather across the Central Plains throughout the week and stretching out to the Ohio River Valley yesterday and then down to the southeast yesterday and today. And it's still ongoing tonight. But finally, this cold front is on its way out. And as it moves out, some quieter weather is going to settle in, though we still have one more cold front pushing in from the north and west. That'll arrive tomorrow night with a brief window of opportunity for some light rain, maybe even an isolated lightning strike or two. Here's Feature Track. We'll set this into motion through tonight. Again, most of us are going to stay dry from this point on. Just a few small batches of rain showers pushing in and impacting communities west of the Illinois River. Lows down into the 40s tonight. Peoria at 49, a little cooler to our north and east into LaSalle, Livingston counties. Otherwise, areas along and south of I-74 should be just a few degrees milder. And as we head through tomorrow, might see some morning clouds. Our model's probably a little too aggressive in terms of generating some afternoon cloud cover. Expecting it to be a pretty nice day overall. Temperatures will be in the upper 60s, which is slightly below average, but not terrible. High is 68 in Peoria, Lincoln approaching 70 degrees. All right, here comes the cold front. There's not a lot of moisture with this, so we're not really expecting much in terms of heavy rain, but there will be a brief window of opportunity for some scattered showers and isolated thunderstorms basically after 9 o'clock tomorrow evening, and then that quickly races off to the south and east, and by 1 o'clock or so Saturday morning, we're going to be seeing clearing skies. The skies should be mostly clear by the time we all get up and head out the door to do whatever we want to do on Saturday. Now, the sooner, the better. Those clouds can clear out. Things will be looking good because, believe it or not, we might actually have a really good shot of seeing the aurora borealis tomorrow night. Strong geomagnetic storms are on the way. We expect them to hit Earth tomorrow evening. Could be multiple ways throughout the weekend as well. But the next best chances for an aurora is tomorrow night. Now, best viewing is going to be further north, say up into Wisconsin. But it is possible it is visible this far south, mainly low on the northern horizon. So the sooner those clouds can clear out, the better our chances will be. Now, this weekend, we're looking good. Jet stream is going to be retreating to the north. Small ridge of high pressure is going to build in. That'll bring us some sunshine. Temperatures are going to be comfortable. That area of low pressure, though, over Colorado, it's there today. It's going to stay there through the weekend. It will eventually start to head our way by Monday and Tuesday of next week. We see it passing to our south. Good news with that, keeps the severe weather chances well south of us, mainly across southern portions of the Mississippi River Valley. But the system is close enough to bring us a few showers and thunderstorms both Monday and Tuesday. But the more important thing, Mother's Day is looking absolutely fantastic with highs in the upper 70s under mostly sunny skies. We'll be back.
You're watching WMBD News at 10.
Welcome back. The Peoria Riverfront Museum now has a very unique piece of decorative art on display. The museum acquired a Sèvres King Louis XV porcelain plate. The soft-paste porcelain plate is from the service given by King Louis XV of France to Empress Maria Theresa of Austria back in 1758. The plate was considered the most expensive diplomatic gift of the 18th century. The chief curator says the plate has historic significance to Peoria as many French explorers settled in Peoria.
The French came through Marquette and Joliet, up the river, up the Illinois River, as a shortcut back home up north. And from that moment on, we have had French roots. We like to, in our collection, refer to that time. It's very important to remember.
In 1759, the plates were used at a very significant wedding ceremony of Austrian Emperor Joseph II and Isabella of Parma, granddaughter of King Louis XV.
In continuing coverage now, the upcoming cicadas. You may have seen these nets covering trees as many hope to protect them from the bugs, but how many cicadas could you see? One local expert says these open spaces in newly developed areas will not see many cicadas, but parks and older neighborhoods will. This is because in the past, the insects could only lay their eggs in mature trees. He says really the only damage they make are slits in branches to lay their eggs. Now, while your large trees and evergreens should be fine, the cicadas could hurt smaller trees.
If someone, a homeowner or something like that, wanted to protect their tree, it could be it's insect netting that they could get. It's about a 1/4 inch holes and open so that trees can still get and receive sunlight and good airflow. And it's really just for like a 3 or 4 week period.
Squirrels, raccoons, coyotes, and foxes will take advantage of the upcoming broods and eat the cicadas.
Well, there's some great finishes at girls track and field sectionals tonight. Kurt Pagler has sports up next.
Now, your Sam Lehman Sports Desk with Kurt Pegler.
Cardinals begin life without Wilson Contreras, the team's top hitter, out for about 6 weeks with an arm injury, and the Cardinals start a road trip at first place, Milwaukee, on Bark in the Park night. But just a dog of a night for the Cardinals. Here's perhaps the best highlight for the Redbirds. Mason Wynn snags the one-hopper by Christian Yelich and throws him out. A terrific play at shortstop by the former Peoria Chief. But the Brewers hit 3 homers off Sonny Gray. And here's an RBI triple for Yelich into the right field corner. 7-1, the Brewers beat the Redbirds. Our high school report begins with track sectionals. Normal Community wins the 3A sectional at O'Fallon with Allie Ince having wins in the 800, the 1600, and the 4x4 relay. El Paso Gridley wins all 4 relays and takes its 1A sectional. Some of the Class 1A sectional in Tremont run in the rain tonight. That did not bother Hayworth. This is Danielle Strunk anchoring the winning 4x100 relay. She also won the 200 and the 400. And here the Hornets' Kira Denning edges South Fulton's Emma Gorsuch in the 100 hurdles. Hayworth wins the sectional title. Annabelle LaFerry of Delavan cruises in the 3200. She was also on the winning 4x8 relay. And how about this story? Peoria Christian's Josie Whalen never ran track before, talked into it this year. She's the fastest girl in her sectional, winning the 100 meters tonight. She's headed to state.
Definitely a lot of pressure. I don't really know what to expect, to be honest. Yeah, I'm just going there to have fun. I was just doing it to try it out, and it's gone a lot better than expected.
I'd say congrats to Josie and to Kenzie Knowles of DMAC in red on the far left here. She's second in the 100 and also in the 200, so she's headed to state as well. Other first-year track and field athletes are making an impact. These are freshmen. Eureka's Millie Kaufman, a sectional champion in the 400 last night. She's been solid all year. So is U-High freshman Hannah Safranek, a winner in the 100 hurdles and 2 relays last night. They told us what they expect as rookies going to state next week.
Some really fast people that are going to be like really scary, but I'm hoping to make it the finals so I can score points for my team. And we've been doing really good as a whole team. And I'm excited for state because we have a chance of winning.
So I've never went like a high school state, but all the stories just sound really fun. And yeah, they've been like hyping it up, saying it's like the best thing of the year, which I'm excited for. It'll be.
Notre Dame soccer trying to close out an undefeated Big 12 season. Irish hosting Urbana. This is Hannah Daly, corner kick. Now the initial header is going to be stopped. It's going to carry him out to Ellen Dahlquist, who buries one from distance. A really nice goal there. Later it's Maya Wardle sending it through to Parker Miller. One side of the field to the other, and Parker Miller's going to one-time it into the net. Notre Dame on the way to its 19th win of the season. And then look at this beauty. Delaney Driscoll with the bullet, like her father used to kick him home. Notre Dame, an undefeated conference champion after a shutout win tonight over Urbana. This week's Extra Effort Award winner is Tremont softball standout Maya Lorengo, an honor roll student, a 4-year student council member, making a difference at Tremont High. We've got an Extra Effort story with her at our website, ciproud.com. Just click on local sports.
I'll definitely be proud of all the things I've accomplished. I'll be so happy to see, all these students that I feel like I've impacted or at least have some impact on. I'll love to see them continue and growing. I hope, I made some impact on the school, and I'll miss it. I'll definitely miss being involved.
Again, her story is at our website. Briefly, Morton soccer a 3-0 win, and East Peoria softball's victory over Morton is the 300th career victory for Coach Danae Menzioni. Congratulations. In Kurt's Corner, Purdue All-American basketball player Zach Edey, 7 feet 4 inches, throwing out the first pitch at Wrigley Field, and it's just a bit outside, maybe 7 feet 4 inches outside. Look at Cubs mascot Clark. He cannot believe how wild that pitch is. Good thing he plays basketball and not baseball. Tonight's Kurt's Corner.
Now, your final forecast, sponsored by the CI Proud to Go mobile app. When the lights go out, we're still on.
All right, things looking pretty good for the rest of tonight. Here's a final check at our forecast. Temps dipping into the upper 40s under mostly cloudy skies. Tomorrow, skies will become mostly sunny. Pretty nice day, but there will be a chance for some evening rain showers, maybe an isolated thunderstorm as a cold front passes on by. Skies will then clear out for the weekend. We've got temperatures into the low to mid 70s. Next chance for showers and storms will return Monday and Tuesday. And while rain is going to be likely throughout the afternoon, evening, and even into Tuesday, it's not looking like a ton of rain, so some good news there. And no risk of severe weather, which is always good news.
That is good news.
Always a plus.
Yeah.
Especially for that round we had earlier this week. So it's time for a little reprieve.
Little break. Yes.
And obviously, you know, the weather app is a great way to track your precise location. I know a lot of people ask you all the time,
what time's
hey,
it
is it
gonna
going to
rain at
rain
your
at my house?
Good news is I've already done all the work and it's been sent to your phone.
Right. You just
There you go.
download it and it gives you personalized
There you go.
alerts. So, I mean, hey, it's a win-win for everyone.
It'll wake you up when there's a dangerous storm approaching, too.
Yes. Now, as long as there's no rain on Mother's Day, that's all that matters.
Yes.
We've done our best.
No rain for the moms out there. That's what matters. Well, thanks for joining us here tonight at 10. We'll see you back here tomorrow morning.
For breaking news and weather updates 24/7, log on to CIProud.com and download the free CI Proud to Go mobile app.
Authority Chief Meteorologist Chris Yates, 56 here at